Hello, thank you for being here. We're just going to do a quick little session on our shoulders and hips using a dowel, a broom, a long stick, whatever you've got. You can pause the video, go see what you've got. The only thing is, it doesn't matter if it has a broom at the end, just that it's long enough for your hands to adjust pretty wide. And that's why I've got hiking poles, you can adjust them. So anything like that will do. And when you're ready, we will start on our knees in Seiza. If that's too much knee flexion, you can always sit on a block. You can sit crisscross. And from here, we're just going to measure out that our hands can go pretty wide, fill it out in the shoulders. And then just begin to lower the dowel down to the knees, feel that length, and then slowly come up and back. And we're going to begin to floss the muscles of our shoulders. And we've done this plenty of times in class using a belt, but you might notice it's a little bit trickier with this tension where it's not moving like the belt does. So just feel out how the shoulder rotation is for you. If there's any areas of pain, don't push through it. You can just kind of skip over. Don't go beyond your edge range of motion here. Just kind of following this motion with the breath. We'll begin to take the dowel back behind our neck. And then opening up the chest a little bit, pulling the shoulder blades down our back. And then we can go left and right, pushing out the palm. Slightly puffing the chest out. Feeling a stretch all the way down the arms, biceps, brachialis, all the way down to the wrist. Couple more times here, moving with the breath. Feeling the warmth in your shoulders, breathing into that. And when you're ready, we'll begin to take our left hand up, right hand on bottom. You might need to adjust the pole. You can think about it helping you support your spine with good posture here. Pulling up on the dowel and down. You can adjust your hands however far or close. Just a couple times here, moving with the breath. Doesn't have to be some big movement. The smallest bit here can feel pretty intense. And when you're ready, we'll just switch sides. Right hand on top, left hand on bottom. Same thing, just pulling up and down, opening up the chest, strengthening the shoulders, lengthening the muscles out. Coming back to the breath, seeing if you can slow it down. When you're ready, you can just bring the dowel around. We're gonna just plant it towards the right side, and it's gonna lead us into this side stretch where we can really use our hands, our arms, and push off of the dowel like it's a wall, and you're sending that left hip down Getting a nice stretch in the obliques all the way up the arm. Taking a couple breaths here, seeing if you can rotate the head up a little bit more. Rotate the chest up a little bit more. And connect it to the breath. And gently coming up. Stretching your arms, dowel up, lengthening the spine, creating space in the rib cage. And same thing, we're going to plant on the left side, pushing off of the dowel, stretching the right rib cage, the oblique, all the way up the arm. Keeping the head and chest rotated up towards the ceiling or sky. Pushing off of the dowel a little bit more. 2 more deep breaths here. Trying to slow it down on this last breath. Coming back center. We're going to take the dowel right in front of us and planting it into the ground, into the mat, and then pushing off of it for a little bit of cat-cow movement, a little bit of spinal mobility. Really using this dowel as external feedback, seeing if you can push off of it, get a little bit deeper into the posture of cat-cow, a little bit more controlled movement, using the prop to be more aware of the body, aware of the muscles. Do 4 more, connected with the breath here. Moving with the breath. And when you're ready, we're just going to make our way up to standing. You can use the dowel to help you up. And we're going to do that same thing of planting it in front for balance. And we're going to begin our hip cars. So you can really weigh down into the left foot, getting the right one light. And spread the toes so that you've got a good base. Active feet here. We're going to take this right knee out to the side, far as you can, leading with the knee, externally rotating, and then lifting up the heel, high as you can, sending the knee back behind you, reaching with the knees far as you can, and then bringing it back up, center where we began. We're going to reverse that, so going back far as you can, foot is flexed, reaching with that knee, going out to the side, lifting that heel high as you can, dropping the heel down, externally rotating, bringing it back in to the center, dropping the right leg down, shaking it out. Should get a nice burn there. Coming back to the breath. And we'll ground down the right foot. Lifting up the left knee. Foot is flexed. Externally rotating out. Far as you can. Lifting the heel high. Sending that knee back far as you can. Really reaching with the knee. pulling it back in where we began, going backwards, reaching with the knee, and then lifting the heel out, lifting the knee up, keeping the heel high as you can, dropping that heel down, externally rotating, flaring that knee out, back to center, a little bit high up, dropping it down, and shake it out, coming back to the breath. And when you're ready, we will meet at the top of our mat, and we're going to plant down in the front, and we're going to ground down with the left foot. We're going to go into our warrior flow. So we're grounding into the left foot, right foot lifts. Maybe you bring that dowel up a little bit more. We're going to float here, warrior three, keeping it lifted up high for a moment, and then bringing that right foot back down, getting the heel down in the back. We're going to get our dowel, lift it up, warrior one, getting space in the rib cage, and then we're just going to kind of bow forward with the dowel, lifting it back up for a total of 3 times, coming down, lifting up on the inhale, exhale, coming down, inhale, coming up. Going into warrior two, flaring this left knee all the way out, bringing that dowel down towards the front knee, and lifting it back up. 2 more times. Last one. Coming all the way up. Reverse warrior, dropping it down towards the right, back heel for 1, 2, last one, 3. Lifting the dowel up. We're going to plant the dowel into the ground in front of the foot, the left foot pushing off of it for Trikonasana. The hips are back, legs are straight, curling the chest and head up towards the ceiling or sky, pushing off of that dowel, coming back to center, top of the mat, taking a deep breath here, filling up the lungs. Slow exhale out. Again, deep breath in. Long breath out. Grounding into the right foot, planting that dowel ahead of you so you can float up. Warrior three. So you floated with the left foot here. And gently bringing it down with control. That back heel comes down. And then we're just coming up, warrior one, very slowly. Getting space in the rib cage. Long arms. We're just going to bow forward towards that bent knee. 2 more times. Very nice. Coming up. Going into warrior two. Towards the right knee. Dropping down. Coming up. 2 more times. Last one. Reverse warrior. And down, up. 2 more times. Last one, reaching back. Coming up, straightening the legs, sending the hips back. The dowel goes in front of that right foot. We're pushing off of it like a wall, rotating our chest, head up towards the ceiling for Trikonasana. Taking a breath here, slowing it down, and gently coming back to center. And then we're gonna bring this dowel just up behind our neck, and we can kind of get into that horse stance and goddess squat, and can just begin to stretch out each side, dropping the dowel down, lengthening out each side of the rib cage. And then when you're ready, exploring Trikonasana from here. So the back foot is going up and down. The left foot is left and right. So just make that transition with your feet as you do this, twisting the head, chest up towards the ceiling or sky. Just exploring the other side on your own time. We'll do 2 each way. And when you're ready, planting the dowel in front of you, getting the feet closer together, about hip width distance, coming down for a squat, and you can really just push off of the dowel, and you can walk the hands up to hang a little bit, get that weight down towards the ground, heavy hips, long spine from the neck all the way down. Taking a moment to breathe into the hips, relaxing the jaw, getting a deep breath in, slow down exhale, lengthening out the breath here. We'll stay here for about 5 more slow breaths. And when you're ready, you can drop that dowel down, come onto the knees, take a seat, just coming back to the body, checking in with the shoulders, the hips, your back, seeing how you feel. Hopefully you feel a little bit better than when you began and enjoyed your practice with the dowel, learned a little bit how to use it and get in touch with your body that way, using it as an external feedback to give you feedback where your body is, space, time. It's that concept of proprioception that fades over time as we age. So this is a really good skill to work on using props like this that just also help us as beginners getting a little bit deeper into the pose. So thank you so much for spending this time with me, and let me know how the practice went for you. Feel free to message me, email me anytime, and if you have any requests for next week. Thank you guys so much, and take care.